welcome back to another round of the LFM Pro Series. This time we're at my home track, Silverstone, so I'm really hoping to get a good result. After a tough round 1, we bounced back hard for round 2, and it's putting us in a good position for the championship, currently in P4. Not bad. If we can get another strong result here and hope that some of our rivals have a little bit of a washed race, that could really promote us and get us back in that fight for the top spot. And for once, I really want to just do well in qualifying. I suck for some reason in qualifying this season so far. So without further ado, let's get into this. So we jump on board here around my final qualifying lap. This was my best lap of the session, and the nerves are high. We're almost a 10th up here, and every tiny millisecond of time can mean a position gain or a position lost. So I really want to focus here. This is one of the hardest corners on the track. This tight left-hander, getting the traction down on this car has always been a struggle. And as you see, we lose a lot of time, and we go from being up to now being completely even on the delta. And what was even more frustrating is the lap before, we were even quicker, but we invalidated, unfortunately. Went over the track limits, which meant the lap didn't count. So these last 2 corners here, really nice. But as you see now, I just run a bit wide. I don't know what it was. Maybe just a little bit too late on the brakes. Maybe a little bit too cautious on the turning. Whatever it was. And it just meant that I lost all that time. And we go over here and literally we improved by 2 thousandths of a second. And that puts us 7th place. So I've completely failed in my mission to do better in qualifying, but it doesn't matter. We've got plenty of time to make up some spots, and strategy is king, as always. So let's see how we do for the opening of this race. Alright, here we go, guys. Round 3, not the best quali. Could have done better, but it's what it is. Let's just move.
Green light, go.
Let's move.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh my god. So a very clean turn 1. That's very surprising for Silverstone, to be honest, because of that massive runoff. Usually people go crazy trying to take advantage there, but no, it's all clean. So we just try and get a good exit here through Maggots and Beckett's. We get a nice run, but because of the way the train's formed, then you really don't want to be hung out to dry on the left and down at the end of the hanger straight. I just start bump drafting my teammate here, Aiden. So I'm bumping him down here. You'll notice just ahead of him is Carpet, the guy who did the spin in the last race. If you want to check that out, just look on my channel. Quite funny. Let's see if he does another spin here. It looks like, he's learned his lesson. I think he's using TC now. Or at least controlling it if he's using TC0. So, very clean start of the lap. Nothing really going on, and if I'm honest, the start of this race is really tidy and clean, at least from my perspective. So we'll skip ahead a lap here, as you see my teammate ahead going for a move on the Bentley of Carpet. That is a very good overtaking move. You'll notice throughout this race, a lot of action happens later on. I'm not going to spoil anything, though. And yeah, from my perspective, I'm kind of trying to defend from the Ferrari behind, but also I want to make moves ahead, but unfortunately, because I'm having to play the defense and attack game, when stuff like this happens ahead, I can't really take advantage of it. So, unfortunately for my teammate, nothing really came from that move. It was a good attempt, though, and we crack on. And once again, in this sequence of corners, all the action happens around us. So there's been an overtake behind. In front, the Bentley of Carpet and my teammate are going at it again, but nothing really comes of it. A bit of rubbing paint behind, but they settle back into position here. And then that's it for 25 minutes. There's now only 53 minutes left of the race, close to the pit window, and we're just in a train. We're all kind of stuck. There's Luke Whitehead in the Porsche holding everyone up in P2, and we're all just jostling behind, and unfortunately that means I leave the door wide open for Grantis, and he sneaks on through. A little bit of contact on the exit, a little bit of contact. I think Grantis just sort of like wanted to e-sport me out a little bit, but it's fine. It's racing. At the time, obviously, I'm being a bit of a bitch, but good move from Grantis there, and unfortunately that knocks us down back to P7 now. So yeah, I'm really thinking, what do I do? How can I bring this back? Because it's just a train. I can't overtake anyone ahead. What do I do to get some positions, because it seems like track position is everything here. So on the next lap, I just do it. I go for the undercut. This is something I never normally do. I hate doing the undercut, but I just can't think of another way to get around these people ahead, so in we come. Now, this next bit is a little hard for me to rewatch and edit right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is a prime example as to why I was saying I really dislike doing the undercut. So just watch the gap, I guess, to moaning ahead, about 1.5 seconds, and just keep an eye on what that is after this little montage.
Car is exiting the pits, watch out.
Damn it!
The car is exiting the pits, watch out. There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out.
Oh no! No! We got no one. We jumped no one. What an absolute disaster that was. I guess just the way the game works with warming up the tires, it just took too long for me to get heat into them to get the time out of them. So all the overcutters just one by one kept filing in front of me. So now I'm at a massive disadvantage for the rest of this race. So we just got to go full send mode here. I'm like do or die. So I try and go around the outside of Grantus in the Ferrari. What a move this is if we can make it stick, but he just gets such good traction on the exit. Super, super close here, super tight. Now we're going into one of the fastest corners on the track, side by side. We're giving each other the room. This is good, fair racing here, but I think we're going to have to concede this because in a second we're coming up to a left-hander, and look at the pressure from behind. Menard is now going to send it on me. There's not much I can do here. A little bit of a touch, and as we exit the corner... Oh, no! What the fuck?
On the left.
What the fuck? Did I get pushed, or what happened just then? Now, that was the championship leader, Burnt in the Ferrari, who tagged us on the rear there. Almost the end of our race, but thankfully we bounced off of Menard and kept going. But it means we do concede a position, and this race is going from bad to worse. We're going to need a few miracles here. Most of the cars around us are on fresh tires, and I just don't know what to do. So, target number 1 at least. Let's see if we can just make an overtake. And after what felt like an eternity stuck behind Philip Menard, an opportunity opens up in these next few corners. We've also had the Honda behind pushing us like crazy. Burnt getting a penalty as well, a 5-second. But here it is. He goes a little bit too wide here to open up this corner, and we just sneak down the inside. It's been happening the whole race. I'm surprised Philip let that door open. But it means that we make it through, as well as the Honda, which is a bit scary because I see he has crazy pace. But I just got to work on my own pace and close up to the guys ahead. And it's just one lap later where even more drama happens.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Oh, what the fuck, Aiden? What? From P2, what? Now, it's to my understanding that Aiden had a game freeze, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it never happens, so, like, how unlucky is that? From P2 as well. He was having a fantastic race. So, big shame for my teammate there. But, you know, it happens, and there's nothing we can do about it. We just got to move on. Thankfully, he's still in the race, so he can still get a good handful of points. And after all that, we get promoted to P6. But then also, as with Suzuka, look down here. You see that? One of them's cut off, but there are 2 cars ahead of me with penalties. Luke Whitehead, my other teammate, and Grantus Caracas, my old teammate. So, maybe I'm a bad luck omen, I don't know, but don't be on a team with me, I guess. But, yeah, they've got penalties ahead, so if I'm just within 5 seconds of them when the timer hits 0 and we go over the line to finish, that means I will then jump them as this Honda gets ridiculously close to my rear. Oh my god, I forgot how crazy fast this guy was. So after noticing that, you know, a P4 is basically on here now, which is crazy to think of from the start of this race, I went into hyperdrive mode. I just sent it every single lap, made the most minimal mistakes, and I was even pulling away from this Honda towards the end of this race. And because of the fighting and defending from ahead, it just meant that we were able to close that gap, and quite comfortably towards the end of this race, as you'll see here, we were in the 5-second window of both cars. So that's it. It looks like we're going to be getting another good result.
But I'm pretty sure we're going to get him. And we're going to get Luke.
Let's go. Thanks for resubscribing to UKOG.
My God, that was the hardest final stint I've done in a long time. I was sweating buckets. Man, I was so fucking quick, man. I can't believe how quick I was catching Moaning, pulling away from Minar. Holy shit. On those Dedge tires. Jesus Christ. Oh.
So let's just recap here. I almost got murdered, I did the worst strategy possible, and I made literally one on-track overtake. Yet, we're able to climb from P7 all the way to P4. It just shows that sometimes consistency and keeping your nose clean can go a long way. And if I want to fight for this championship, that's what I'm going to be doing. And guess what? I can confirm that after this round, we are now leading the LFM Pro Championship. I did not think I'd be saying that after this round, especially with the new car and the ropey first round, but you know, I guess everyone else is struggling as well. This field is so competitive, just one or two mistakes and you go tumbling down the order, so let's just keep up this momentum into the next round. It's at Hungaroring of all places, which, I'm going to be honest, my least favorite track in the game. What do you guys think? Hungaroring, for me, it is bleh. But I'm going to give it my all, see what happens, and I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Now, the bonus clip from the end of this video is Aiden's perspective from when he had a game freeze.
You can have one before a race, and you don't get, like, jitters on the start line. No way! Dude, what?
Another!
What's going on?
What?